When I was a coach, one of the things I really enjoyed most was getting a chance to have multi sport athletes on my team because you really got a chance to see how what they did in their other sport translated to what you did in your sport. Um, Brandon with OIIS, host of Outsider Information. Happy Friday. Didn't forget, just got consumed with a few things, and I'm looking forward to logging off after this recording. But the broad tie-in to the multi-sport athlete really translates back to life in a lot of ways and certainly organizational work. We are very insular as people, especially more so after COVID. We kind of just stick to our corners and we just kind of keep things in the communities that they're in. And I would highly, highly, highly advocate to branch away from that. Going back to sports, volleyball was a sport that I coached, and there were so many parallels to other sports that functioned well within. Basketball, you had the footwork, right? Tennis players were excellent servers. Swimmers were phenomenal because they had great body control. Those are all elements that you add into the ecosystem. And the mistake that a lot of coaches make is thinking that they need to break it down and reform it so that it looks good in their sport. The exact opposite. When you look at genetics, evolutionary patterns, I'm dipping a little bit outside of my usual space, but things grow and evolve and adapt because you introduce new things into the ecosystem. As a coach, I grew because a multi-sport athlete, I had to adapt a little bit of what I was teaching to make it work with them. You get those additional skills onto your team that you can deploy in specific ways. This is the human experience that I talk about a lot when you introduce that stuff. And in organizations, especially, it becomes even more narrow because they certainly don't want to hire something that they're uncomfortable with. But when you think about the best organizations, the ones that grow, that have a lot of success, and they sustain that success, they're willing to take some risks. They are willing to bring somebody in from the outside. They're willing to do all those things to make the pool of people that they have better. And that is something that I try to encourage a ton when partnering with organizations and just in general, because that is how things grow and evolve. So, rant over, spiel over. Happy Friday. Please have a good weekend. Stay safe, stay sane. Can't save the world, but doing my best to not make it worse. Like, subscribe, and engage if anything resonates. I'll see you on Monday.